got our first look at Riri Williams' new Ironheart armor for the new upcoming Disney Plus series of the same name, Ironheart. And yeah, reminds me of War Machine. It's like
Yeah.
it's dark, like there's not a lot of lighting in the picture, and all you can really see is like silver and black, but still it's very much more reminiscent of Iron Man War Machine than it ever is of Iron Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think? Are you excited for this show?
No, I'm not excited for, but I'm not going to bag on it too much because it's a show, not a movie. So if we want to focus on D level characters on Disney Plus, whatevs, I'm going to pay for Disney Plus. So it's basically free, but it's just a really weird choice for Marvel that's floundering right now. Yeah, they got with
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, characters that people give a shit about and see what happens when you make the movie about them. You make money. You got
Again,
Fantastic Four coming, and that's where I think a lot of people are going to come back because we care about the Fantastic Four. This is just a throwaway.
you know what? I'm going to agree, disagree a little bit. I do think the big misstep for Marvel is yes, the TV shows should be for B level characters and the movies should be for the A level characters. But I don't know if we 100% agree on who are A and B level characters. Maybe not. I think like one of the biggest missteps they made with the shows was making Miss Marvel a show. That should have been a movie. I think Miss Marvel would have been a home run movie for them. A lot of people like that. A lot of young people love that character. The
Mm-hmm.
actress was amazing in the role. If that was a 2-hour movie released in the theater, it would have been an instant home run, and it probably would have uplifted the Marvels. But making it the show and then introducing what's her face as a side character in WandaVision, it was just
Yeah.
like no one knew these characters because no one's watching the shows. That's why you make that the B level characters or the stories that aren't as important because they're building towards Young Avengers, but a lot of those characters were all also introduced in shows. Other than Riri, I think Kate Bishop show, Miss Marvel was on a show, the twins were on WandaVision. So it's and then Wiccan was in the Agatha all along. And so it's you're setting up for Young Avengers, but no one's going to know who any of these characters are because only a handful of people are watching the shows as opposed to going
Yeah.
to the movies. So
And
that's
only, and not a lot of people are going to be interested in the Young Avengers. Like, I know, like, we see it, we're excited. But with that said, I'm not going to go on. If I was on a superhero speak podcast, I would not normally go see Young Avengers. I don't think in the movies unless they'd shown me something that really compelled me to want to know what's going on with the story. So if they do Young Avengers, I hope they keep it a Disney Plus show thing.
I
I
think
just
they're
don't
going to
see
have
big
to.
blocks. Yeah,
I think they'd have to. I think it would have worked if those characters were brought in as sidekicks in some of the movies and then a couple years down the road you did a Young Avengers movie. I think that would have been like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this makes sense, the younger generation is taking over. But no, we just all of a sudden now after Endgame we're cramming these characters in and you're going to be like, yeah, Young Avengers. You're not going to make it work that way.
I think if they would have bridged the gap better between the Endgame Avengers and then the upcoming Doomsday Avengers,
Yeah,
I think if we were already there, it would have been okay.
we've got so here's the thing, we've got what you call it, it's funny how this always gets into the future of the MCU instead of just, oh, look at these pictures. But you've got what? Thunderbolts coming out shortly, which I think they're putting a line in the sand where it's like these characters are not Avengers. They're the Thunderbolts. But yet we just had Brave New Worlds where it was like Sam's, yes, I need to rebuild the Avengers.
Yeah.
So who are we getting for the new Avengers, right? Like this doesn't make a lot of sense. Who's out there? Okay, Ant-Man and Doctor Strange and the Hulk and Thor, right?
Diamond the Hulk. Yeah.
I just don't see I don't see an Avengers lineup right now. I don't. And I don't know how they're going to make this work. I think if again, if these characters were in the movies, you could have you could have put excitement around Young Avengers, but we didn't. So I don't know where this is going. They need to start putting the breadcrumbs somewhere to say, oh, here's this character, here's that character. And there's characters that have been in the Avengers that we haven't touched on in the books, but I mean in the movies, but a lot of them are B-level characters that weren't in the Avengers long. There were some weird lineups in the 70s. We'll see. We shall see. I think we're going to have to go X-Men, Fantastic Four, and forget about the Avengers for a while. But that's your dream. Oh, wait, Thrawn's right.
That's not my dream. That is reality.
Thrawn's 100% right. Squirrel Girl, that's all we need.
She is in Marvels,
Right?
or Marvel Rivals.
Oh, there you go. Frosty. Yeah, Wonder Man. He's a great example from one of the weird characters from the 70s. But it's also where we got Vision. All right. And I have a lot I could say, too, about the future of Marvel, but we'll save that for another day. Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.